Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. For those that are new here, my name is Telika and I am currently doing a Toy Story series. This video is the second installment, which I will be bringing you the character called Forky. He's one of the new characters that came out in Toy Story 4 and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so before we get started, I'm going to quickly go off camera and block out my eyebrows. And with that, I use a glue and a concealer and just powder it all down. It does take a bit of a process though, so I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I have left the powder on to let it set a bit more. Before I start anything else, I just need to paint my face white. I'm going to do his face first and then move on to the body. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Diamond FX paint in white. I really need to buy a new one of these. There isn't much left there at all. So I'm honestly on a time crunch for this look. And yeah, I've got to go to work in a couple of hours, so hopefully it's not going to take too long. As always, I'm just going to leave my mouth area alone, just for shits and gigs. Jokes, we all know it, so I can like keep eating and drinking because that's all I do. Just gonna go not down on my neck just yet. I'm just going to keep it up here. White takes so long because you've got to keep building it up. It's literally a process. I reckon this would be the longest bit out of the whole look. So I'm going to put his mouth on first. Okay, so for the mouth, I'm just taking an eyeshadow color. You can have any eyeshadow color you want for this. And I'm just going to start mapping out his mouth. I'm going to do him with a smiley mouth. Okay, so you can't see that line, but I've done it very faintly just in case I stuffed up. That way I can just easily erase it later on. Now I know he has a darker mouth, but to start off with, we're going to go in with the Miron pastel palette and we are taking that light blue shade. Next, to help shade it in a bit and set it in place, we're going to go in with the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. This palette is absolutely beautiful. I'm obsessed with it still. I'm first going to take the shade called Blue Blood and I'm just going to put that in the darker areas and shade that in. I'm also going to take the shade called I'm Cold and that is going to be my lighter shade. I'm going to help blend it in with. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of Deceased and just put it in those upper corners just for a little bit more depth. Next I'm going to go and take the black paint from the Miron paints and I'm just going to go ahead and carefully outline that. Now I'm just going to grab the tiniest bit of black eyeshadow and I'm just going to help bring out those corners again to also bring more depth into it. When I say tiny, I mean tiny. And just going to do it a little underneath in there as well. And same on the other side. And then just blending it out with that blue colour. I've decided I'm not going to drink or eat anything because I've only got about an hour and a half left. So I'm going to cover my lips. While I have that white paint, I'm also going to add some highlights onto his mouth. And that's all I'm going to do for his mouth, which is really quite simple. Okay, so next moving on to his eyes. He's got one big, one small. So again, I'm going to lightly line with a light eyeshadow his eyeballs. To make this easy, I'm just going to go around my eye. You can't see it, but it actually looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna wing this one. Next we're going to grab the Benefit Dandelion blush and just give him some cheeks. Okay, so let's put the forks on. Now he's got 4 forks. So before I do his eyebrows, I'm going to put his forks on top first. Hopefully I've left enough room, but basically his head comes up. And yes, I'm going in my hair. So he's got 1, 2, nah, I need to go bigger. And yes, it does come out of the hair because it's water-based. So I'm just going to put that background colour on I always use just to help visualize it more. Okay, so for me to see more of it, I really need to add his eyebrow on. So I'm going to go in with the Miron Beach Berry Red. And we're going to put this eyebrow right on. Sorry if I'm going to cover the shot a bit. It's a bit of an awkward spot. Next I'm going to take the James Charles Cross Morphe palette and I'm going to go in with that red shade and I'm just going to set that in place. Okay, this is exciting. We're getting very close to the end. It's literally just his body and his arms left to do and just to outline it all. For this, I'm just going to grab a sponge. So from Miron Paints, I'm going to take that Beach Berry again and we're going to put on his arms. So I need to do like a cross on here because it's like tied around. So let's do that first. Okay, we are all done. This is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video on how to create Forky. If you recreate him, make sure to tag me so I can check out your work. He was a good, simple character and he's actually pretty funny in the film as well. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss this Disney series. Next week is the last installment of the Toy Story series, and then we'll be moving on to the next. And I'll see you next week. Bye!